Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back once again with another review. Continuing Turtles Week, we're going to take a look at this guy right here. This is Raphael from the new Playmates toy line based on the forthcoming um, Nickelodeon cartoon. As I mentioned in my review of Leonardo, I received these figures courtesy of Playmates Toys through InsidePulse.com. I unfortunately don't have any packaging, so let's stop the chit chat and get to the figure. And here we are. As you can see, Raphael is a darker shade of green than Leonardo. As I mentioned, all the molds for the turtles are unique. Raphael, it's easier to see this on because if you notice right here, his shell has some damage. And there's a big chunk there, but there's nicks all over the front. Other than that, his rear shell is the same. He has that fox leather strap going around and across, as well as the leather binding and knee pads. The wrappings on his hands. One thing I want to point out that I didn't point out in the Leonardo review, which I think is kind of obvious if you look at the figure, is the fact that the arms don't sit flush to the body. This is probably the one problem with the articulation. Speaking of which, Raphael features the same articulation, ball jointed head, which can go, up and down. I notice it tends to adjust more as you move the head into lifelike, realistic positions. Ball jointed arm with a swivel joint, elbow rotation, wrist rotation, a Marvel type of joint at the legs where to have it go out sideways, you need to rotate it and then rotate the knee joint to make it look, somewhat believable. There's like a little flying kick pose. Turtle kick! Ooh, having a little fun there with the auto zoom. Speaking of which, he does have a single jointed knee. Raphael does come with a plethora of accessories, much like the other turtles. As an homage to the old school ways, he has this plastic weapon sprue that includes a 2 half-sai, 2 ninja stars, and hooked blades. Speaking of the sai, of course Raphael has his trademark sais with him. Unlike on other turtles, they're stored in the back. They slip out very easily and can be held in his hand. Although it does take a little work to get them in, I would suggest popping them in from the side as opposed to trying to drop them straight down. One pose I have seen that is possible to be done is having him hold the sai like this, where the 2 fingers on his hand are going through the blade. Now, I have a few problems with this. While this does look cool, as I understand it, sais are meant to be used as a defensive weapon. Namely, the guards here hold and grab a sword blade and block it from making contact, while this is a piercing tip, so it does have some offensive capabilities. I have also heard that sais are capable of being used as offensive, can break swords. I'm sorry, I was going to be rather redundant. One thing also I should mention is all the turtles, while having their trademark colored headbands, also have unique facial features. Raphael, being the more aggressive turtle, has a very gritting teeth, ready to come get a couple foot soldiers type of expression. Can I recommend this guy? Like Leonardo, absolutely. Um, the articulation is wonderful, as it is with all the turtles, and I like the color. I'll be honest, I don't think I had an original Raphael toy back in the day. Um, just one of those things. I never really was into him. Or if I did have him, I had one of like the many other versions of the Turtles. But you see this guy in stores, which they are available now. Do make the effort to pick him up. So, for Raphael, this is your old pal Chuck, and I'll see you next time.